The A&M Miami game started out with A&M's offense having the upper hand due to its defense shutting down Miami completely. However, Miami's defense managed to stop A&M's opportunities to score as they blocked a field goal and managed to contain Marcel Reed. A&M's offense continued to almost score while holding Malachi Tony to -3 yards for most of the first half. Even with -3 yards, he was the Canes' leading wide receiver for most of the first half. The Canes had 2 opportunities to kick field goals to take the lead in the first half against A&M, but they managed to miss both. This was a surprise as Carter Davis has been solid throughout the year. His misses in the first half were most likely due to the wind being up to 30 miles per hour. The game was tied at halftime, 0-0. In the second half, things completely flipped. It was now Miami dominating the game on defense, but they still could score. They had 4 field goal tries throughout the game and only knocked through 1. Miami continued to lock down Marcel Reed, causing him to throw 2 interceptions and sacked him multiple times. Miami finally managed to break through with a big run by Mark Fletcher with less than 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. This completely changed the rest of the game. After fumbling on the previous drive, which gave A&M a chance to take the lead, Malachi Tony scored a touchdown which ended up being the game winner. Miami's defense also held strong and picked off Marcel Reed one last time to end the game. In the Alabama-Oklahoma game, Oklahoma got out hot early, and it looked like it was going to be the same script of what happened last year in Norman. Alabama had no answers offensively as they watched their defense get torn to shreds by Mateer and Satania in the first half. However, Alabama did not give up. Simpson orchestrated a touchdown drive which reached its climax when Brooks broke multiple tackles on a 4th down to finally put Alabama on the board for the first time that night. The game completely shifted when Alabama picked off John Mateer with under 2 minutes to go in the first half, making the game equal at 17. Simpson capitalized on this momentum, finding Brooks for his second touchdown early in the second half. Alabama's defense finally started to suffocate John Mateer in the second half. Just like in the second half of the A&M Miami game, the script completely flipped. Alabama's defense was dominating Oklahoma while their offense was putting up firework plays, which led to Alabama taking a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma missed 2 field goals late, trying to make it a one-possession game, so Alabama held on and won 34-24. The Ole Miss versus Tulane game was an exact copy of the first meeting between these teams this season. Tulane's offense and defense was thoroughly dominated for all 4 quarters. Rod Chambliss accounted for 3 touchdowns Saturday's win over Tulane. Ole Miss left the committee is something to think about including Group of 5 teams in the playoff. While JMU put up a better fight against Oregon than Tulane did against Ole Miss, this game was really never close. James Madison put up 34 points in this game, but Oregon's speed and powerful offensive style was too much for JMU to handle. It was clear that JMU was outmatched on both sides of the ball. I have some quick takeaways to share about the 4 first-round games. Alabama's offense looked amazing in the second half against Oklahoma. If they are going to beat Indiana, they need to bring the same second-half offense to the Rose Bowl. Miami's defense was dominant the entire game against Texas A&M. Indiana only had to score 13 points to beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. So a lack of points against A&M isn't a good thing. Their defensive dominance is certainly something to look forward to against Ohio State. If Ole Miss wants to beat Georgia, they have to replicate the same offensive success they had against Tulane. In their first matchup against the Bulldogs, their offense played well, but their defense sold in the final minutes. If they want to beat Georgia, they need to have their defense and offense play complementary football for all 60 minutes. Beating Georgia is no easy task. Oregon's offense looked impressive, scoring 51 against JMU. The defense was problematic, however, allowing 34 to a Sun Belt team. They will need to clean up these errors before they go and play the Red Raiders.